Citizen, are you doing your part to stop the bug menace from spreading to your home? No? Well, I got the job for you. Become a Helldiver and spread democracy throughout the galaxy, all while protecting freedom and liberty. Helldivers 2 is one of the best horde-type games I've played in a while, and I just want to talk about some of the reasons why I think you should become a Helldiver. Helldivers 2 is a very simple concept with few mission objectives to accomplish, but I think this is what makes the game great. The focus of this game is to fight off hordes and hordes of enemies, which it does very well. The amount of bugs that you can face at any given time gets pretty wild, especially when you start to get to the higher difficulties. It can just feel like an endless amount of swarms coming for you relentlessly. Another thing I like about this game are the tools that you're able to use while fighting for freedom. A lot of them are very flashy with huge explosions that can take out a bunch of swarms at once or kill off tougher enemies without having to fight them for a long period of time, like that goddamn charger bug. I hate them so much. Then you have other tools that provide specialty weapons like a heavy machine gun, a rocket launcher, or even a robot that watches over you and helps you fight against the bugs. Not only are you able to unlock these tools as you level, you're also able to upgrade the ship itself to help boost the effectiveness of these weapons that you decide to use. For example, one of the upgrades will give your special weapons more ammo, or it can reduce the cooldown on the airstrike. Not only will these ship upgrades boost the tools, but they'll also change the appearance on your ship, which is a cool little thing that they added. The last progression system power-wise is the redeeming of the credits that you earn in each mission. It's basically a battle pass type deal with a free track and a premium track. On the free track, you unlock different boosters, guns, and cosmetics, which for now I feel are good enough. But with the premium track, you're not only able to unlock cosmetics, you're also able to unlock weapons as well. For me, this is more than a bit worrisome for the future of this game. I have no problem with premium battle passes being strictly cosmetic, but once you add in some type of power like guns or different boosts for in-game missions, this is where it could start being a pay-to-win game. I really hope as the updates start to roll out that they lean away from adding different weapons beyond a paywall, because you already have a finite amount of main weapons you could even use in the first place. Moving on to the way that the ragdoll physics work. The ragdoll physics are perfect for a game like this, especially with the amount of explosions that happen all the time, or the amount of times that you can get flung around by the bugs. It's just so fun to look at visually. The other thing I really enjoy is the diving mechanic. This shit right here makes everything feel so cinematic. Whether you're running away from a bug and dive out the way just in time, to when you're getting surrounded and dive off of something while shooting, it just makes it feel so good. On top of this, I haven't seen the cape you wear clip through my body at all while getting flung around or diving. It's a small touch, but with no clipping of the cape, it really brings it all together, making everything flow real nicely. Another mechanic I really enjoy is being able to see how much of each world has been liberated with progress bars, and how much other people have contributed to it. This is able to create a huge sense of community, and make you feel like you're actually contributing to the liberation of these planets. Even at the end of missions, it shows how much your squad specifically contributed. Also, when you go to sign up for a mission on the side of the board, it shows how many bugs have been killed or Helldiver deaths there's been. I like these little things that the developer added in, even though they didn't really need to. It just boosts the experience of the player actually wanting to contribute. The last mechanic I'm gonna speak on is the way you actually activate your tools or abilities you have. Instead of simply pressing the button to use the tool, you instead have to input a certain code that corresponds with whatever special weapon or tool you're trying to use. This gives way more interaction with the players and makes using these abilities more meaningful. For me, it feels like you're kind of entering in a cheat code, when cheat codes used to be a thing, so it kind of hits more of a nostalgia spot too. Lastly, I do have some worries. At the making of this video, I am still having connection issues when trying to do quick play, and this game came out on February 8th. Now I know this is something that's going to be fixed eventually, but for a game that focuses on co-op, not being able to play with other people is a huge issue at the moment. Another thing I worry about is how the premium track will work in the future. Like I said earlier, I really don't want power to be implemented behind a paywall. This is a really fun game, but if I start to see people be able to get weapons 10 times better than mine just by paying for them, it'll pretty much ruin my experience because I'm not a fan of pay to win at all. My last main worry is for the future of what the cosmetics will be. I really hope the cosmetics stay grounded to this game. I don't want to be spreading liberty and democracy next to someone with a skin of Spawn or some shit like that. It'll totally break the immersion in a game like this. Some things I want to see in the future for this game's longevity is more guns to use. Right now I feel like it's a little lacking, but maybe that's just me. Another thing I would love to see implemented is being able to change the colors on your armor. This would allow for more personalization between individuals. And then the obvious ones like different enemies to fight against, which I think I saw the developer already say this is something that's going to be added into the future, so I'm not too worried about that yet, as well as more environments to fight in with more mission varieties. Overall, this game is ridiculously fun, and I hope the developers stay on track with the way things are going, and just add things that continue to help this game stay fun. Or maybe they'll fuck up a good thing they got going on, who really knows? But until then, Helldiver, grab your cape, load into that pod, and continue to do your part and fight for peace and liberty throughout the galaxy.